Hello, everyone! In your home coffee journey, have you ever found yourself asking, why doesn't my coffee taste like the one I had in the shop? Well, let me show you why. I am going to assume that by now you're already using a scale, a proper grinder, and you know the coffee you are brewing. So, aside from those basics, here are the 5 pour over mistakes home brewers make, and more importantly, how to fix them so you can finally brew like a pro. Let's jump in. Mistake number 1, not using a gooseneck kettle. We're starting off with one that still surprised me, not using a gooseneck kettle. If you're still pouring from a bulky V-shaped water boiler or a regular kitchen kettle, which isn't necessarily wrong, it just won't give you the control you need for a consistent brew. Without a gooseneck, you're basically water bombing your coffee bed. A gooseneck lets you pour with precision, control, and consistency, and that alone can improve your brew more than any fancy scale or app. It helps prevent channeling, over agitation, and uneven extraction, all while letting you maintain a smooth, repeatable pouring rhythm. Mistake number 2, pouring too fast. Next up, pour speed, or more specifically, pouring too fast, especially during the first 30 seconds. The early stage is critical. Your coffee is blooming, degassing, and prepping for extraction. If you rush this part, you'll under-extract the coffee, leading to a cup that's watery, flat, and weak. Start slow and steady to allow full saturation. Once the bloom is done, you can build up speed if needed. It's like cooking meat. You wouldn't blast it with high temperature right from the start, right? Same principle here. Patience pays off with a sweeter, more structured cup. Mistake number 3, wrong brew ratio. Let's talk brew ratios. The balance between coffee and water. A lot of people stick to 1:15, and while that's a solid default, your ratio should reflect your personal taste, not just what a recipe says. Here's a quick guide. 1:12 or 1:13 will give you that bold, syrupy, heavy-bodied, while 1:15 will give you that balance and versatile. While 1:16 or 1:17 will give you that light, delicate, tea-like. Remember, less water will give you stronger flavor and more acidity. More water will give you a softer, rounder, less intense. So if you want a full-bodied brew without too much tang, try a 1:13 ratio and choose beans with naturally lower acidity. Mistake number 4, uneven extraction and poor timing. Now we're getting into the heart of it all, extraction and brew timing. Even extraction is what gives your coffee complexity, depth, and balance. But it can be tricky to master. Key steps: use a consistent grind size, slightly finer than average, pay attention to brew time, and taste. If your coffee tastes weak or watery, extend the brew time by pouring more slowly or adding another pour. If it tastes bitter or over-extracted, pour a bit faster or shorten the contact time. Personally, I love doing 2 to 3 pours, especially when I've dialed in the right grind. Start slow, then build up your speed towards the end. And try giving your slurry a quick swirl or stir at the end. It's not always necessary, but it can help promote even extraction and boost overall clarity, especially if you're aiming for a higher extraction profile. Mistake number 5, using old coffee beans. Last but definitely not least, stale coffee beans. I get it, you went on vacation, pick up some amazing beans, and 3 months later, you brew them, and it tastes like cardboard. Coffee is fresh produced. For best results, try to use your beans within 45 to 60 days of roasting. After that, flavor, clarity, and aromatics starts to fade, especially if the beans are exposed to oxygen, heat, or light. If you want to keep your beans longer, vacuum seal and freeze them in small portions. If not, just buy smaller amounts more often and grind fresh every time if possible. Recap: the 5 common mistakes holding your pour-over back. First, not using a gooseneck kettle. Second, pouring too fast. And third, using the wrong brew ratio. Fourth, uneven extraction and pouring time. And fifth, using stale or old beans. Fix just one or two of this, and you'll already see a big improvement in your cup. Fix all five, and you'll be brewing cafe quality coffee at home consistently, confidently, and deliciously. So now go make yourself a great cup and happy brewing!